Venture Van Man Brian. He has officially put up his van for sale. All right. So he does a video here, and you can check it out. Adventure Van Man. Who wants my van? 1991 Chevy G20. Please, serious inquiries only. And he said he's in Central Florida right now, which I imagine is somewhere, yeah. It's like, must be able to pick up the van in Central Florida. Now, who's in Central Florida? Adam the Woo. Adam the Woo. Adam the Woo. I don't think he has a vehicle right now, does he? He's been renting cars. He moved back to Florida to hang out with his, Disney friends at Disney World, since Disneyland in Florida is still closed. I don't know. So anyway, who in Florida? Who else is it? The guy from the guy who bought the house in in Iowa. Who he would talk about. Derek, I think his name is. He's going to be in Florida pretty soon. That's what I hear. Anyway, he always does Disney in January. Duh. Anyway, so I don't know. This would look good with a wrap around. Put some sort of a wrap on it. I don't know. So who would want Adventure Van Man's van? I don't know. This is the Instagram of it. And there it is right there. Adventure Van Man. As we said, it's a 1991 Chevy Chase G20. And so there. So if you want to see the inside of it, check out Brian's vid. And speaking of new vehicles, and of course, Adventure Van Man said he's going to get a box truck or something. He hasn't announced yet that he's bought anything, but if he's already selling or the van, he's probably already bought something, but just hasn't posted it yet. Anyway, here's Wonderlust Estate James. This is what he's buying. Okay, we had a video of him checking this out. I guess it was yesterday, early morning today, and we did report on it this morning. And this is the Wonderlust Estate. This is Wonderlust Estate's new RV. Pretty big, huh? Is that a Class A? Sure looks like it's a Class. Is that a Class A? I don't know. Looks kind of like it'd be a Class A, right? But I don't know. Anyway, the thing is with Wonderlust Estate James is his vehicles have been relatively small lately, like vans and stuff, because he does like to do like delivery service stuff like DoorDash, right? This would be kind of big and bulky to be driving around and doing DoorDash in. You think? City streets, driveways, parking in crowded areas, apartment complexes. Yeah, you don't want to be driving around in something like this for that, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so we will hear more from, I'm sure, Wonderlust Estate James on his potential new vehicle here. Looks pretty neat. What does that say? I thought it was Condo R. No, it's Condor. It's a Condor. Of course, was posted on James's Facebook page. Hey, Cheap RV Living Bob there. Wonder Hussy, a true nomad at heart. We get Bob interviewing Wonder Hussy there, Sarah Jane, who usually hangs out somewhere around the Nevada, Las Vegas area and does a lot of Western explorations. Anyway, so Bob is really, seems to be quite impressed with Sarah Jane there and her layout. Very simple layout there in her vehicle. So, yeah, check it out. Bob likes to interview a lot of different nomads, and, this is the latest. So, good for Bob. Good for Bob. Letters. I'm not going to reveal who sent this, and I don't want to reveal any names in it. But we're getting some stuff from the Camo News Army about some virus outbreaks. The V everybody's been talking about the last year in the Quartzsite area. There's a lot of people gathered out there, not as many as in previous years, but there's still a lot of people out there, and they're hunkering. They're not really hunkering down. They are kind of hunkering down from the cold, but they're very few masks, very little social distancing, and a lot of people together at various campgrounds and stuff all around the metropolitan Quartzsite area. Anyway, we hear from a source. The word is from a trusted friend. There's a certain community group that gathers with fifth wheels and in the Quartzsite area, and so far 2 people have had to go to the ICU, and a third person has actually passed away from COVID. This person writes that They tested negative 4 days ago, and it's their second negative for the year. And this person says they will be increasing their social distancing from serious about masking and distancing to extreme stay away unless cleared to visit. Yeah, there's two categories. So now it's extreme stay away until cleared to visit. Other news from other camps is reported that COVID cases this week in multiple unknown, and we're not going to reveal the nomads, but we are getting reports that the virus is spreading around the Quartzsite area, around folks that are being nomadic. We've had a number of people that are posting a lot lately that seem to have congestion and stuff. I don't know if they're getting tested or not. Maybe they get something and they just get over it. I don't know. But yeah, it would be amazing to me if we don't see any cases there. You know, the state of Arizona is high on the list in terms of breakouts. What do they call it? Viral transmission lately. Phoenix has had some hot spots around there. And you would think that the folks in the Quartzsite area, which is only a couple hours from Phoenix, might even go to Phoenix to get treated if they feel like they have it, You should, if you feel like you're getting this thing, get treated right away. Don't sit on it and try to ride it out, because that could be worse. Anyway, all our best to the nomads out there in Quartzsite. Hope you're doing all right. But, you're still, even though you're out there away from a lot of the real world you're still part of it. Stay safe. We were talking about Mike, Living Free Mike, and his, said he had to buy a $930 phone. Somebody, who is this? Covered Wagon writes, Covered Wagon says you can go to places like Best Buy and they have sales and very good deals on some of the smartphones they're selling. And you can go in there and say, now, I'd like to buy a $900 phone, but I only have $400. What can you do for me? And they can work out deals for you. Some of these places can. Best Buy was they looked for a phone that was $700. Best Buy was having a 50% off sale, and we purchased the Samsung S20 FE 5G for only $350. That's half price. Wow. Yeah. So anyway, and then if you buy it from a provider like Verizon, sometimes they'll give you credits if you buy an expensive phone. I don't know. But anyway, in any case, Covered Wagon says you often work out a deal. Don't just buy at the first price you see. About Mike and the $930 phone. If you can't get vet care for your pet, can't buy new tires, but I don't know. Mobile Man Cave says Mike's comment section was pretty negative today. They were all on him about his phone. I think his donors are finally coming to their senses, or maybe not. Mark from Arizona says he was quite upset watching Living Free Mike talk about buying that phone and wanted to buy an unlocked phone so he could use it with straight talk. Mark says it raised his blood pressure watching that. I could hardly get through all of that video. Yuma is a huge city. That's where, Yuma's not far from where Mike's camped. He could have gone to any of the big stores. Straight talk phones are all over. He does not need an unlocked phone. Anyway, buy some tires and get the heck out of Arizona, says Mark. And Mark's from Arizona. David Harper says, as long as people are willing to support the nomads, the lifestyle will go on. My question is this: does anyone benefit from these videos? Do they entertain? Do they make the world a better place? A donation of a similar amount to your local food bank will go further to benefiting people in real need. Nomads have made their choices. To go on the road without sufficient funds, depending on the kindness of others, is just not responsible. But it's your money, so do it as you please. After all, it's a free country. Again, I really think it's the fact that a lot of people are, they build a bond watching these people on YouTube, I mean, they do. They get connected. They like their channels. They feel like they know the person, the nomad. They throw them some money on a super chat. They get a shout out back. They order some stickers. They get them in the mail. They may get something signed. They feel a connection, a bond there, that there's a kickback, so to speak, that you wouldn't necessarily get by just giving money to a food bank. You're not going to get somebody that gets the money at the food bank or the food at the food bank and go, thank you, Jim, or Steve or Mary. You know what I'm saying? It's that give and take that, it psychologically, a Dr. Fail here, it works. It works. Brer Rabbit says if people have so much easy money that they need to throw some away, as I guess people that watch some of these live streams, I'll take it off your hands. My people's comparing Living Free Mike to Elvis. Elvis Travels. At least Elvis Travels actually went and got a job. He did. I don't know where he's working. I think it's the overnight shift at McDonald's, but at least he has a job. At least for the moment, Elvis is in Chicago now. He said he's going to go down to Florida. I don't know what's going to happen to his new job. I guess he's not going to be very long. I don't know. Mikey is a big-time star. He needs the best. Right, Mr. Cheese. I'm just going to call him Mr. Cheese. Billy Brentwood says, Mike does not go anywhere. Yeah, he does go places, but when he gets somewhere, he just stays there for many, many months. So why does he need a cell phone? How about tin cans and strings so that he can just call his fellow nomads at the campsite until he starts traveling again? Or just get one of those, like what Aja got, one of those walkie-talkie things. Bleep, bleep, bleep. You don't even really need a phone if you're just talking to the people around where you're camped. Jen wonders why Living Free Mike doesn't have a PayPal or a Patreon. I don't know. Good questions. And he did make, I think someone said $1,400 from the super chat this past week. Again, that super chat money doesn't come until the next month's payment, right? So even though he made the super chat money this week, he's not going to be able to get it till the end of February, So yeah, he's still got to, get the phone and get the tires. And I guess he's already paid the vet bill, right? And we're hearing from a lot of folks who say, you can do internet, you can do cell phones and get pretty decent phones for a lot less than $930. Junker Incorporated says, I do Straight Talk Unlimited at $55 a month. I use an LG Stylio 5 with a very good camera. Use it to make YouTube videos, expandable storage, and they go for $100. I could go and buy a $1,000 plus phone. It wouldn't break my bank account, but why? If my $100 phone breaks or gets lost, oh well, no big loss. That's the same thing. I'm really hard on electronics. I drop things, I lose things, I'm hard on them. And, I don't want a $1,000 phone, Oh, shoot, I left my phone in my pants pocket and now it's in the wash. I have done that a couple times. And if it's only a $35 or $40 or $50 phone, it's like, okay, it's just, it's not $1,000. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And, I really think, you can get a phone that's 90% as good as a real expensive phone for maybe, $100 as opposed to you can get a phone that's got 95% of what a $1,000 phone has for $100. And that extra 5% of whatever gives wonderness is in that phone costs you that extra $900. That's how things work in the technology world. $100 gets you 95% of what's in a $1,000 phone. I believe that. I do believe that. I believe it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. You all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Don't forget, every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the camodave channel. We have our wonderful little Saturday chats, 9:30 a.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. So be there or be square. Vlog under.